Bukod sa mga balita, tayo po ay magdiriwang din ngayong hapon celebrating achievements of some of our kababayan journalists who won awards at the recently held New America Media Awards. That was last Thursday dito po sa Pasadena. And we have the full script, full story for you this afternoon on the show. Hello everyone, my name is Janelle So and you're watching Kababayan LA. This is America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos. At ito naman po ang mga balita.
Pinoy na Pinoy, Weekend Balita.
Ronnie Lago is the editor-in-chief of Weekend Balita. Sila po ay nag-o-opisina po sa Glendale. And Ronnie is this afternoon joining us from their newsroom. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Ronnie.
Magandang hapon sa iyo, Janelle. And of course, the Balita family would like to congratulate Janelle So, at saka yung kanyang staff, si Maureen, for winning first prize po dyan po sa New America Media Awards on community reporting.
Thank you so much, Ronnie. And thank you also. That was a story on human trafficking in which you were also one of our panelists dyan sa programang yan. So thank you so much to your contribution as well.
Thank you.
Alright, para sa mga naman sa ulo ng balita ngayong hapon, ang Korte Suprema daw, Ronnie, ay hindi pa nakakapagdesisyon tungkol sa kanilang ruling sa gay marriage.
Oo nga, meron din tayong report ngayon from London, mismong si Queen Elizabeth, mukha yung meron yatang pinirmahang new amendment on as far as not discriminating every group, everyone, kasi nga mukhang napakalaking issue hindi lang dito sa Amerika, mukhang nasa buong mundo na nga po. At dito rin po dito sa Amerika, last week the Supreme Court decided to not to decide or to hear or make a final decision on gay marriage, kasi nga po meron tong tinatawag na the Defense of Marriage Act ng tinatawag na DOMA na pinirmahan po ni President Clinton noong 1996 that defines a marriage between a man and woman only. So sinasabi ng mga, of course, mga gays and lesbian groups, so sinasabi this is unconstitutional as far as the 14th Amendment is concerned.
Because as far as the government is concerned, there are various rights afforded to married heterosexuals, such as filing joint federal tax returns, requesting medical leave to care for a sick spouse,
Exactly.
and also sponsoring a non-citizen spouse to immigrate. And those are not afforded to homosexual couples, and that is what they're fighting for. And what's going on, Ronnie, is the Supreme Court has decided to lengthen the time for a hearing bago sila magdesisyon. I guess this is a very sensitive topic, and that's why they need more time to hear various points, correct?
Yeah, and you also we also have to mention that even in California, state of California, we have the so-called Proposition 8, supposedly noon, 2008, we allowed gay marriage deals to California, but then Proposition 8 banned that law in the state of California. This will also be heard in the U.S. Supreme Court kung talagang unconstitutional. Kasi this was heard in the Ninth Court of Appeals that said that this is also unconstitutional.
Yes, so many people waiting to hear developments dito sa news story na ito, Ronnie. Meanwhile, sa iba pang mga balita, nakakalungkot at nakakaalalang balita, tatlo sa ating mga kababayan ang nasangkot sa kaso ng arms smuggling.
You're talking about Sergio Sijuco, Cesar Ubaldo, and R. Gil Vereza, na kung saan po they were charged arms smuggling dito po sa California, Los Angeles actually. They were found out to be smuggling arms, mga heavy weapons po ito from the Philippines. Ang nag-conduct po ng SING, FBI at saka NBA agents po sa Pilipinas. And apparently, these weapons arrived in Long Beach po, at yun nga po, they were convicted. They're facing $1 million fines and 20 years in jail.
Sentencing is on June 9th. Nag-offer ba ng defense itong tatlong kababayan na ito, o did they admit to the allegations?
Well, apparently they were found out, so convicted na sila. But then again, the defense allegedly, meron daw mga twist dito sa story na to. According to our reporter, si Ning Parweda, yung kaibigan natin, she said that the defense lawyer of the three, sinasabi na mukhang merong mga corruption practices sa Pilipinas kasi the agent daw, the FBI agent spent so much money sa, mga lavish parties or nagpupunta at sa mga biraws at, alam mo naman sa Pilipinas. But then again, maybe that is part of the investigation that FBI did against these 3 Filipino nationals.
All right. It will be interesting to see what they will be sentenced with, and that is on June 9th. For now, Ronnie, update sa Sabah.
Oo, no? Apparently mukhang tapos na yata yung standoff, ano? On behalf of the Kirams, ano? At saka yung mga kanyang followers, they actually did a unilateral ceasefire last week, but then again, sabi ng Malaysia, they were rejecting that. So nagkaroon po ng tuloy-tuloy na pagsalpok, ano, ng mga clashes doon. Unfortunately, 63 so far, death toll, at yun pong mga iba pa raw mga gunmen are being sought after. There were also another more than 90 arrests. So ito po, ang concern po ngayon ay yung mga arrested yata at saka mga iba po mga tinatawag na sympathizers of the Kirams who occupy the Sabah, no, dyan po sa North Borneo in Malaysia. Meron daw po mga reports ng abuses. So the Philippine government is raising concerns kung talaga po totoo pong itong mga allegations na ito. No? So we will find out. Of course, the Malaysian police have denied these claims.
Senseless deaths because of violence, Ronnie. Dun sa 63 na death toll, puro ba mga kababayan yan? Are there Malaysians there as well?
The reports, what 8 Malaysian or 7 yata Malaysian policemen were killed as a result of the clashes. The rest are just gunmen na yung po mga kababayan natin, no, mga tausugs na nagpunta po dyan. And apparently, even forces from the former Moro National Liberation Front, MNLF po, no, under yung dating mga sundalo ni Nur Miswari, nagpunta rin daw po dyan, ano, so it's either they were in support role or talaga pong sumama rin po sila sa mga clashes against the Malaysian police forces.
Nonetheless, Ronnie, we are praying for peace in Sabah. Sana maliwanagan, no, si Sultan Kiram at kanyang mga followers na there are other ways and other means to resolve this conflict, not just resolving to war, diba?
Exactly, no. Although of course, they apparently they have this rightful claim on that Sabah territory because that was a gift from the Sultan of Brunei noong pang mga 1600s po yan. Ano? So sensitive issue, marami pong mga pag-uusapan dyan sa parte ng Malaysian territory na yan. Or kung talaga mang kila Sultan yan, supposedly Philippine territory. Depende po mapag-uusapan yan.
Mas marami pa pong mga balita at makakaasa naman tayo kanila Ronnie Laigo sa paghatid sa atin ng mga impormasyon as they develop. Correct, Ronnie?
Maraming salamat po sa inyo. No? Of course, again, congratulations to you, Janelle, and your staff. And lahat po ng ibang balita, pwede niyo po pong subaybayan sa weekendbalita.com and usasianpost.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Ronnie Laigo, Editor-in-Chief of Weekend Balita. Maraming salamat sa iyo. Meanwhile, back here on Kababayan LA, let us continue talking about women and our issues. It's still, after all, Women's National Women's Month dito po, and we're going to be talking about more issues when we return. Don't go away.